up in the city, in that multicultural part of Los Angeles, you're exposed to a lot of different music from a lot of different neighborhoods. It just kind of set us up to be this kind of band. We're always constantly listening to different sounds from around the world. When our first rehearsal, everybody came from different musical traditions and different cultures. So we played what we knew, and we tried to blend it definitely with an emphasis on dance, because that was one of the big things with us when we first started. We had to make people dance. We got to make people get up off their seats and have a good time. I grew up playing in orchestras. With most Philharmonic orchestras, it's like the level of talent is huge. To be in that mix is just something else. You have 100 people behind you, backing you up and playing your music with you. One of the things that for me was kind of like stifling about the classical world was just the formality of it a little bit. So for me, it kind of gives me this perverse joy to see people just getting up and dancing in the concert hall and not giving up and just letting it all loose. Certain composers, whether it was Beethoven, Mozart back in the day, if they played a certain movement that everybody in the crowd loved, they would cheer hard enough to make them play it again. Now, could you imagine that going on now? They throw you out the building, you know? So I think that this kind of interaction between, you know, bands and orchestras could inject a new life into the scene, if you want to call it that. Our original drummer, Anton Morales, was like, why don't we call ourselves Ozomatli? And we're like, whoa, what is that about? Well, it's a little monkey on the Aztec calendar, and it represents passion, music. He's the trickster, obviously, orchestrator of the jungle, you know, all this stuff, dance, the new harvest. And we're like, wow, that's kind of cool. Let's do it. That's cool, Ozomatli. And little did we know it was his astrological symbol. So he kind of named the band after himself, but